Hey folks, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com. Today we're going to be talking about the secret to a long-lasting relationship or marriage, depending on what your situation is. Before I dive into it, please subscribe to my YouTube page if you haven't already, and you'll get a notification and a pop-up every time I create a new relationship video for you. As you know, I do this for you guys. I give you relationship tips and help and advice because I want you to have the happiest and healthiest relationship possible. So I'm going to be talking about the things that I've learned over the years. My secret to having had a long-lasting, healthy, happy relationship with my now husband of 17 years. We just had our anniversary, our 17-year anniversary. It is officially half life. I am 34 years old, so we have been together half of our lives, which is crazy. From someone who has been in a relationship for that many years, I know what it's like to have ups and downs. I've been through it. We've had roller coasters. We've had really, really low valleys in our relationship, and we've had really, really high peaks in our relationship. I know what it takes to continue down that road and stay together, but not only that, have it be the healthiest possible after overcoming even so many hard hurdles in life. So I want to share my secret to you because I think that there are some core values and things that every couple needs in your relationship in order for you guys to thrive and maintain and be fulfilled and be happy with your significant other. So I'm going to tell you what my secret's been, and hopefully you guys can implement and utilize some of these tactics and techniques into your relationship. Okay, so first thing, there's going to be 10 aspects that have contributed to my happy and healthy relationships and now marriage, and I want to tell you what those are because I need you guys to start doing these because they're super important. Number one, you have to appreciate each other. Not only are you going to appreciate in your mind and be grateful for the things that your partner and your significant other has done over the years and just who they are, you're going to talk to your significant other and tell them how much you're thankful for certain things. Thankful for their characteristics and their qualities and aspects that they do. You need to show appreciation. You might think and assume that your partner knows how much you love and care about them. Maybe that's true, but maybe it isn't. And even if it is true, we need to feel validated. We need to feel important. We need to feel honored and appreciated. So talk to your partner and tell them how much you appreciate them. Tip number two to the secret to a long-lasting marriage or relationship is you need to show affection. You know, I think intimate relationships or long-term relationships with your significant other, it involves intimacy, whether that's physical or emotional. It needs to be close. You guys have to, you know, you're not just friends, right? You're not just partners or roommates. You guys are in a relationship. You're in love. So you want to show that love. You want to show that affection, right? So hug each other, kiss each other, rub each other's legs and arms, and play with each other's hair. Do things that an intimate couple does. You know, it can be really hard and, you know, and easy to forget because you're so busy. You're doing so many things in your day. You're a very responsible person. You have a ton of responsibilities in life, but you gotta spend time with your significant other in an intimate way. I think that's really, really important. So make sure that you set aside some time for that. Tip number three, you're gonna tend to each other's needs. Relationships are all about partnership, right? You need to make sure that your significant other is happy. Your significant other needs to make sure that you're happy. So you need to make sure that each other's needs are being met, that they're being met, they're being maintained, and that you are valuing each other's wants. That's really important. So make sure that you do that. Figure out what your partner needs and do everything that you can do to make that happen. Again, as long as that's within a healthy way, but normally it is, you know, you just want to make sure that your partner is fulfilled and happy just like you are as well. Tip number four, you got to validate each other's perspectives. When you're in a relationship and you're with somebody, right, they're going to have different viewpoints. They're going to have different ideas. They're going to have different opinions. That's okay. You still need to respect those. You need to validate it. You need to honor what your partner is saying and hear them and say, I see your point, honey, even though I might not agree. Maybe you do agree. You need to still let your partner know that their perspective and their opinion is important, and you have to honor that. And so you have to validate each other's perspectives. That's super important. Tip number five, you got to respect each other's viewpoints. That has to do with validating perspectives as well. but you need to respect each other's viewpoints. So you need to really honor where somebody else is coming from. Be respectful about it. Don't be like, oh, you're stupid. I don't agree with you. Why do you think like that? You need to be like, okay, I might not agree with you, but I see where you're coming from. So you need to be respectful when it comes to that. Tip number 6, you have to listen to each other, even when you disagree. It can be really hard to listen in a relationship, especially when you guys are in an argument or you're fighting. So in my relationship, I always have to make sure that I understand where my partner is coming from. I zip my mouth, I listen with my ears, and I'm really trying to see where my partner's perspective. And in order to truly listen, I'm telling my partner what I'm hearing from him. I hear that you are upset because of this type of a situation. Is that accurate? That's truly listening, because it's showing that I'm getting what he's saying and I'm able to reflect back to him what that is. And so that's truly listening. So you have to make sure that you silence your mouth, you listen to your other partner's perspective, especially when you're disagreeing. That's really important to do. Tip number 7 to a successful relationship is you have to make your relationship the priority. Yes, we have a ton of things we need to do. We have a job, we might have children, we have bills, we have places we need to be, people to see, places to go, all those things. But you need to make your relationship a priority. That is what I have done for 17 years. I have made sure that when I think about decisions that I make, I think, how can this impact my relationship? How can this impact my significant other and my partner? You make it a priority. You make decisions for the betterment of your relationship. I don't think people do that enough, but that's really important to do. You want to think about the impact of your relationship first when it comes to decisions. Tip number 8, you have to communicate your feelings and emotions. Look, in relationships where you're not talking about deep topics, where you're not expressing each other's feelings and needs and wants and desires, that can really cause a disconnect in the relationship and a rift, like I call it. So you have to communicate your feelings. You have to let your partner know when you're going through hard times and when you're struggling. Let your partner know when you're excited and you're happy. Express your emotion. Be open. Be honest. Be authentic. Communicate. Talk as much as you can. Make sure you guys are on the same page. Again, even if you're not agreeing with each other, it's just important to let each other know how you guys are feeling when you're feeling it. So communication's key. Tip number 9. You have to learn each other, right? I think that's super important. You need to learn how your partner thinks and what your partner needs, and learn what kind of triggers them, what makes them happy, what makes them sad. It's really important to figure out who your partner is so you can respond the best way possible as a partner. So I think you're always trying to learn each other and figure out who each other is, what each other needs, what each other wants, and see what you can do as a partner to fulfill that and make that happy, right? Make your significant other happy. So keep learning each other. I think the moment that you stop learning about your partner, that's when your relationship becomes stale, and that can cause that disconnect in the relationship. Last but not least, my final 10th tip for a successful marriage is you have to be each other's support network, okay? My husband is my #1 support. I know I can go to him for anything. I know I can trust him to give me that advice and that guidance and that emotional support that I need, and I hope that I fulfill the same for him. So you have to be supportive of each other and, make each other a shoulder to cry on, or, a soundboard to kind of bounce things off of each other. But you have to be each other's support network, because that increases that emotional intimacy with you guys. It creates that trust in the relationship. Be a support person. Relationships are about teamwork. It's about partnership. It's about being there for each other. If you guys can do that, if you guys can do, 1, 5, or hopefully all 10 of these ideas and these core values that I have talked about, these aspects in your relationship, if you can do many of these as possible, you're going to have that long-lasting, happy, healthy relationship. So I want you to watch this video again, go over these tips again, see how you can implement these tips into your relationship, and I guarantee you it's really gonna help out, and you guys are gonna have a healthier dynamic overall. If you have any questions about these ideas or aspects or tips that I've talked about today, please ask me below in the comment section, or leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. I love feedback. I always get back to you as soon as I can. You know that. So leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Thanks so much for watching today. Again, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.